Hey everyone, sorry I don't look professional. It's hot as balls in my room. I realize I don't talk about a lot of things regarding comics or comic books a lot, and I decided to rectify that in this episode. This isn't an episode. Anyway, I'm tired. We're gonna fix that. So we're gonna talk about 7 topics that I've picked out for this segment in 10 minutes. Let's see if we can actually make it. First thing, Spiderman Reboot. Stupid idea. Doesn't need to be done. What they need to focus on is making those damn Avengers movies that they've been pimping out in all the movies they've been doing, like Iron Man 2, where they spend half the time focusing on the Avengers and not enough time focusing on the goddamn story. I really love the Spider-Man movies. I know a lot of people really are split on the third one. I think it was okay. But despite how people may feel the third one did, there is no reason to reboot a series that was as successful as the Spider-Man trilogy. And I say that as someone who, one, did not like the guy who played Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, didn't like him, didn't like Kristen Dunst, didn't like the fact that Gwen Stacy didn't come until the third movie and only went in to play the third wheel with damn Mary Jane Watson, because I love Gwen Stacy. But despite that, they're not going to change anything. They're just going to do the same crap over and over again. And they came out so soon. It's not that long since the last one came out, maybe only a couple years. It's not long enough for a reboot. It's illogical to just milking a franchise that's already been successful and has done its duty. It's time to let it go. The canceling of Wolverine and the X-Men. Alright, 1, didn't watch the show. Why? Don't like it when Wolverine is the star of everything. That's the reason I no longer really like any of the X-Men movies. When I was younger, I used to love all of the X-Men movies because Wolverine was my favorite character, and I loved seeing him in the movie. Then I started reading the X-Men comics, and that all changed. Because I realized that the X-Men is not just about Wolverine. It's about all the individual characters and what they bring to this team. Wolverine wasn't even an original X-Men, so why he should have all the limelight, I have no idea. Plus, all those kind of fan-favorite characters are always great because they're in small doses, and when we get those small doses, those characters light up the screen. When you pimp them out to the point where everything is now about Wolverine, it loses its flavor. And Wolverine and the X-Men just never appealed to me. 1, I didn't like the art. 2, I didn't like the fact that Wolverine is now 6 feet tall when he's really supposed to be like 5 foot something. I never understood why they had to make him taller than he actually is. The only people who did it right was 1, the X-Men TV show, and I liked X-Men Evolution because he wasn't all over the thing. That's another story. So they decided to cancel Wolverine and the X-Men, despite the fact that it was doing pretty well. Why they canceled it, I really don't know. I really can't say I'm at a loss for it, but I did see the finale of all the episodes, and I do like Emma Frost being in the X-Men more prominently than just being a sidetrack character. However, I don't think it did enough to really warrant it to get another greenlit, even though I think they said it was greenlit before. If you liked it, at least you got one solid good season rather than having it become crap as more and more seasons progress, as these things tend to happen. Ed Norton being replaced as the Hulk. This is bullshit. We finally get a decent Hulk movie, and what happens? You replace the guy who was the star. How are you going to make an Avengers movie with all these characters and want us to care about them if you keep replacing the actors in them? I mean, I know Terrence Howard isn't as good as an actor as Don Cheadle, but the point is we already got invested in his character already playing War Machine in Iron Man 1. Why replace him in Iron Man 2 because you're being too stingy, yet you can afford to pay Samuel L. Jackson to be in 12 succeeding movies? And how are we going to have a movie where we're supposed to care about the Hulk if we have this new Hulk that we don't know, probably none of us really care about? How are we going to care about these characters? What development are you going to do in a movie where you have to fill in about 5 superheroes at one time? Do you really think you can sell us on all of these characters if you keep replacing them? Use your damn brains, Marvel! This is why you guys are failing so hard. Jesus Christ. Plus, Ed Norton was a good Bruce Banner. He could play the emotional part, he could play the action parts, and most of the time he just has to be green. Okay? I don't understand, and you already had in the Hulk movie, at the end of it, you had Iron Man, aka my husband, Robert Downey Jr., come in at the end and talk about the Avengers Project. Now, waste. Thank you very much, Marvel. The Green Lantern costume. Everyone thinks it's shitty. I think it just looks like that because of the way it was made. If it looks like that in the movie, yeah, we're going to be very disappointed. However, I don't think it looks that terrible. I think they just edited it to look weird, and because they're trying to make it look like the suit comes from the ring. And while it does so, it's going to look different from in the comic books, it's not going to look that solid because they want to make it look, magical. So either way they're going to do it, it's going to look somewhat out of sync. Because, you can make things look solid in the comics, but you can't make it look that way in a movie if you want to give it a kind of supernatural or magical feel to it. So if you want a really, clean cut costume, I doubt they're going to give it to us. Captain America, the casting of it. Okay, who to say that Chris Evans, aka the Human Torch, was going to play Captain America? I mean, this guy has already played 2 superheroes already. He was already the Human Torch in both of the Fantastic Four fails, and he was in that DC movie, it's Vertigo, but DC owns Vertigo, movie The Losers, and now he's going to be Captain America. Why are you having one person be in 3 comic book related movies at the same time? Especially when 2 of those characters exist in the same universe. Logic. Also, the guy who's playing, Ryan Reynolds, who's playing Green Lantern, he was just Wade Wilson in that movie that we shall not speak of just a few summers ago. You don't have time to get rid of that image of that character in your head. I'm going to spend the entire Captain America movie looking at Chris Evans and waiting for him to say flame on. It's going to be there. I'm just going to be like, where is it? Where's the flames? Where's it going to happen? And it's nothing going to happen. They couldn't have found any new or different talent to play these roles, or just recycling characters because they already paid so much for them already. Laziness. Wonder Woman's new costume. Okay, the costume is not bad, but it should not be on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's costume is iconic. You wouldn't change, Batman's outfit and give him jeans, would ya? No, you wouldn't take Superman's costume and give him jeans or a suit, would ya? No, so don't give Wonder Woman leggings, okay? She needs her little sparkly unitard, and it looks great, and if we're ever going to get a movie, that's the costume we're going to get. It's probably not going to be permanent anyway. It's only temporary, because there's no way they would change that costume that iconic for this kind of bullshit. However, it just looks terrible. It doesn't look terrible because of the design. It looks terrible because of who it's on. This is Wonder Woman. Where's the wonder? Nowhere. We don't even get any stars. Just like a star here or a star here. We need stars crotch center. Okay, that's how we sell tickets, man. You get the best sex appeal superheroine in the world and you kill it to give her leggings? Really, man? Really? Heat stroke. Finally, the Avengers movie. I was talking to my brother, and he doesn't think it's going to happen. Anyway, I hope it happens, because I think it would be fun to have all the superheroes together in one movie. However, we have to recognize a few things. 1, egos clashing of the grandest kind. We've got how many big-name actors in this movie that are all going to be together, all playing important roles. They're not going to get the amount of screen time they deserve. And how are you going to develop so many characters in so little time? 1, we're going to be hoping for the characters to be reprised from their former movies. However, if another Edward Norton situation arises, that's going to be a serious problem. Because we cannot relate to a character in a 2-hour movie that has to be shared with 17,000 other people. And if this movie is going to be made, oh my god. If you look at how much it costs to design every costume for new effects, this is going to be a ball breaker. And God forbid it's not good. If it's not good, Marvel can kiss their asses goodbye and hope that Disney doesn't make them start doing a princess lineup.